All right.
I don't know, maybe because they're going to have weird issues with the upgrades and they want people to get the upgrades for free.
Hey, there's Code Veronica.
I'm right at the end of the game. I still got to beat it. Gave up on it.
All right, I'm not getting the overloading thing.
That's so odd. Because that's what was killing us last time.
Maybe it's this frame rate thing. I just don't understand how we did it for months and months and months with no issue.
Vigilance. Oh.
Not getting the error. We're up.
Just wanted the whole.
Yep.
We look fine.
Looks good.
Yeah, we look fine.
Going to the screen, it's fine.
I just had to back it down.
Second two right now. Online against each other.
Alon? Balan Wonderworld. For free.
Richard, can we just system link the PS5 so we can play Tekken 2 against each other?
Sure.
Shouldn't that be possible?
Was Tekken 2 a System Link game?
I have no idea. I'm just being an ass. Probably not.
I know Doom was, and Wipeout.
Ooh, Bubsy. Wait a minute. Mirror of Fate HD.
Oof. That's that Mercury Steam one.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, some of those are PS3 streams, so be careful.
Yeah, I think I have.
My spoon sounds bad.
I think I've got.
I like the ASMR you're doing here with the spoon ace.
It's bad. My audio has a delay on it, but we saw that before.
PS5. Death Stranding. Yeah, I may give that Demon Souls a whirl. Because I've been on the fence. I saw it on sale for like $50.
That was how I was trying to justify it, Brant, because it was like Demon Souls and one other game that I was going to spend $50 on that were in there, and I was like, okay. Wasn't Spider-Man? I already bought that one.
You ever get your Spider-Man thing where they screwed you out of the remaster? Did you ever get that fixed?
I sent it back. They just refunded me.
Okay. I gotta ask you about that.
Well, they told me, like, they said it was in the description that DLC codes may have been used or something like that. I'm like, no, it's not.
Thing?
Yeah, I'm like, it's not the remastered version. If you can't pitch it as being whatever that SKU was called, it wasn't called remaster, whatever it was called.
You should have just been Miles Morales. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't call it right. You can't call it that if you don't include that second part. That's literally what makes it what it is. They were fine. I shipped it back, got my money back.
If you're the stream jumping flash, let's go. Jumping jack flash. Gas, gas, gas.
It's on there. You can do it.
Same at the beginning of the fucking game. It's weird.
Loco Roco.
Loco Roco's on there?
Yeah.
Yes. None of the remasters.
Do those run okay? Because I know those are the PS4.
The only ones I've ever had issues with is I'm still very upset about Ape Escape. What just happened? It's unplayable.
Jumping Flash?
Yeah.
Phineas and Ferb across the second dimension for PS3.
What PS3 games are on there?
Motor Storm, Apocalypse,
Ooh.
Bunch of them.
all the God of Wars, maybe the Sly Coopers.
All the God of Wars. I don't think Sly Cooper's on there at all.
Cesar's
that one's a
doing
glaring
wishful
omission.
thinking.
I don't know. I have PlayStation Now for a long time, so
Yeah, it was on PlayStation Now, but for some reason it didn't migrate over.
He didn't make the
Switched
trip.
The service.
I'm looking. Might just be like Sly 4 or some bullshit like that.
How about Rocket Robot on Wheels? The other Sucker Punch game.
Is that PS1 game?
It was on 64.
Ah,
It looked like a damn PS2 game, though.
yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what is this? Resident Evil.
What Resident Evil games are on there?
Is this the remake, I guess?
Ooh, remakes on there.
It's PS4, but it's like the OG Resident Evil. Released 2015.
I mean, they ported that PS3 game to PS4.
Yeah, that's which it is. PS4.
It's on Switch also. And PC and Xbox.
So you got
And Wii.
you pretty much have every Resident Evil almost. Resident Evil RE4, 5, 6, 7, Veronica, Operation Raccoon City, Revelations 2, Dark Side Chronicles, Umbrella Chronicles.
Outbreak.
No, not Outbreak. Unfortunately. Resistance 3, that's weird that they put Resistance 3 but not Resistance 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Pretty much all Infamous and the DLC. Infamous 1, 2, Carnival of Blood, and Second Son, and what was the DLC for that?
That is all of them, isn't it?
There's the DLC for Second Son as well, but it's on here too.
First Light.
First Light, there we go. I was like, it's something light. Just couldn't remember.
Speed of Light.
Shenmue 3. I can keep my copy sealed. Just play this one.
With me and Cesar's names in the credits. And we can't find it. I'm in Bloodstain's credits too somewhere.
The Force Unleashed 1 and 2. PS3 version. Siphon Filter.
I love that tile for Siphon Filter. Whew.
Toy Story Mania. That's a PS3 game.
That was a good flip at some point. You could buy it. I think you could buy it at Blockbuster for like $3 and you could flip it at GameStop for 10 or 15. I did a couple Toy Story Manias back in the day. When game flipping was a thing.
Ys 9 and Ys 8. iZombie. Or Zombie I. Instead of Zombie U.
Zombie, yeah. Cesar, is it better to play one of those Ys or wait for the native PS5 one?
Ys 9 is not going to get a native. They did a patch on that one to play 4K 60 frames on the PS5 only. But Ys 8, since you already pre-ordered Ys 8, you're better off just waiting for Ys 8 on PS5. But Ys 8 is a really good game. It's a really good game. I'm going to go through it again.
remember when you were playing it.
I wish they would split it up. Is there a way you can... like a filter?
We got 2 people here. If we could get 3.
So PS3. Okay, Richard. I can put PS3 on there. So you want all the PS3 games?
Yeah, shoot.
Oh, Air Conflict. Conflicts, Secret Wars, Air Conflicts, Vietnam, Alien Rage, Alien Spidey, All Zombies Must Die, Alone in the Dark, Anarchy.
Anarchy Reigns.
Extended Edition. Anomaly, Warzone Earth, Aqua Panic, Arcana Hearts 3, Love Max.
Who doesn't?
Armageddon Raiders. I don't even know how to say that one. Azora's Wrath. Alteria. Aisha.
Oh my god, you're still in the
Ayasha?
Ace. This is going to take forever.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Is there a number? Like quantity?
Bang Bang Racing. Okay, hold on. Okay, so there's... Oh, no.
Bang Bang Racing.
Okay, Bang Bang Racing. Platform, PS3. Okay, so there's 5 tiles. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Damn.
37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 62. So that is
160 something?
62 times 5.
Holy
310 plus 3. 3
PS3 games.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's just PS3 stuff.
Have you tried the streaming yet?
Have not. I know the streaming was less than optimal last with PS Now. Like it was okay, but a lot of the details and stuff were washed out. And I can always throw something up on here real quick.
Fire it up.
See, but
We got like 5 more minutes. I mean, you are just perusing the libraries.
I'm waiting for the Resident Evil's update. Come on.
It's Mega Man 9 and Mega Man 10 with the old art. Ooh, Ico's on here.
Which one?
Ico
Okay.
for PS3.
I forgot we were in the PS3
Only one
section.
Ico.
You're right.
I don't know. I guess let's just start up God of War.
Quay it up.
Okay.
Quay it up, Brant.
Gaming starting soon.
Yeah.
Can you see that all right?
This was a hell of an undertaking. They didn't just shut this out.
Free PS5 upgrade for Resident Evil's up. Let's go.
All right, there it goes. Signed in.
Damn, it's like you're on a PS3.
It's like I'm on PS3, baby.
It looks right.
Yeah, so far doesn't look bad. I don't have the
You're
sound
good.
on
We can
actually.
see it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna turn the sound on. Actually, it doesn't look bad.
They fixed it up a lot. Motorstorm plays pretty good, except for the one time they did more storm and it just randomly crashed on me.
Cut your toenails.
Ugh. Kratos feet.
All right, let's. I can't skip it.
Do 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 do.
Wait, are we streaming?
Yes. We are streaming, we're not recording.
Okay, yeah, this is fine, actually. I just know after this little bit, there's some parts that probably need to be blurred. So, but I'm not going to play that long.
The minigame?
This is actually
It's not laggy or
not
anything?
bad.
You can't tell you're streaming a game?
No. Oh, there it goes. It got a little choppy there for 2 seconds. Yeah. I mean, there's a little latency, but it's honestly, it's not that bad. It's hardly enough.
I bet they
really
add it in
notice.
about 6 months or so that you can download PS3 games. I bet it's not too far
That would
out.
be nice.
I'm sure at this point they're working on it now. Yeah.
Because they did that with PlayStation Now and what, PS4 or something? Not that long ago, it feels like.
Oh, that's
Oh, here
That's
starts
pretty
Brant's
dang
playthrough of
smooth.
God of War.
look at that.
Oh, you'll be pushing boxes next. Oh, oh.
To get this leg up there.
It's like he's winding up his leg. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's
It
God
shows
of War.
Brent P online. That's it. Online.
That's showing what?
It doesn't show him playing God of War. It just shows Brent online.
That's all it says. Brant online.
Yeah.
While you're
Brant
streaming,
playing game.
It says Brent PS5 online.
Game ready to play.
Flood him with invites.
Game ready to
He's
play.
waiting.
I wonder if you were on PS3, if it would show me on. Because I mean, when
So it's like I can
when
make that happen.
Because check it out. Because I mean, when I logged on the game, it said signed in up here, like it old PS3.
Let's get him
Stop.
back.
Cross media bar. I'm dying over here.
Let's do it.
You should see me log in, maybe. Doubtful.
Oh. It's fucking me up.
Get it, Brant. Kill that Hydra. This is the content our audience craves.
I remember which.
It's like I don't think you guys know what streaming is. You're not actually showing the TV as you play it. It's not right. It's not, you're not doing this right.
There we go. There was guard.
Just roll to guard, Brant.
All right, Brent. I did Lord's work. I'm on here.
It shows you online.
I see it.
Oh my gosh!
That's great.
Oh my gosh!
It's straight up a PS3.
That's beautiful.
Wild. What does it say he's playing, Cesar?
God of War HD collection.
It literally says God of War HD collection.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
How cool is that? You heard it here first, folks. If you weren't on the stream with us, you'd have no idea.
All right, yeah, we did what we needed.
I just sent Brand a message.
On PlayStation?
Yeah, we want a PS3.
Is it going to come through? Where is it going to come through at?
It didn't pop up though. It showed me you were online. It didn't pop that I had a message.
You got to press.
though.
I think you got to press start and share at the same time. I believe.
Start and share.
Button combination.
For what?
To bring up the. You can bring up the cross menu bar.
Cesar, that was like Xbox back in the day, the 360.
No, this isn't. It's not doing it.
It's.
If I press it, it just brings this back up.
It's. I don't know which one it is. Is one of them though. It's. It might be the touch bar.
Maybe the PlayStation button in the touch bar?
I can't remember.
Power
There's a
up.
way for you to do it. Press the PlayStation button, the home button. Back. Oh my god, this is gonna kill me. I gotta know this.
For all,
Because you can transfer your
for all
save.
the PS3 messages you're going to get hit up with?
No, because I went in there and I transferred my saves online so I can play it on my native PS3. So.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Don't fall off, Brant.
Okay, there. Brant, here goes. It says press the PlayStation button and then click on the card for the PS3 game.
Click on the card.
Card. So press the PlayStation button. Click on the card, and it says, one of the options for from there will be to open the PS3 menu.
Wow.
It says you're now connected to.
Scroll down. It may be further down.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look at all those icons.
It says no messages though.
It failed, Cesar.
Yeah, but didn't send.
Brant, you wasted your money upgrading to that service. You can't even message on PS3.
So, yeah, so Brent, if you go left, you can go over to save data, and I think when you go to the save data, it just gives you the cloud. Then you can just upload to the cloud.
Nice.
I got yours.
So you got mine.
Cesar, you have the inferior PS5.
So yeah, it says to perform this operation, you must quit the game.
To go into the messages?
No, to go into the save
This
data
is so
utility.
wild.
Trophy collection. Oh my gosh, is it really going to try and sell
Yeah.
all my trophies?
Yeah, it's
I got a
gonna
lot
take
of damn
forever.
trophies.
Oh, shit. It's going
Oh.
faster than PS3.
Yeah,
Just
you're
turn-
offline. Is it going to show all my PS3 trophies?
That's too funny.
It shows everything because it's got Infernax
Wow.
on there.
Something that was never intended to be on a PS3 menu, right?
Hellblade,
Elden Ring.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, if you actually pull up your trophies on PS3, it'll show all of this as well. Because it
Damn.
syncs everything. Pretty cool.
That's great.
Pretty cool. All right. I guess I'll stop this here.
That was a great
awesome.
demo. Fabulous demo.
All right.
We are ready to stream our show. I think. We have 2 viewers.
Welcome to TV on.
I'm one of the 2. Yeah, I gotta be done by like 9:30. We can't go long.
9:30. But you got something to do.
2 hours. I gotta get ready. I gotta go in tomorrow. I gotta get ready to get ready.
So do I.
Get ready to get ready, Brant. It's just me here. I'm gonna struggle to get up. I sleep pretty heavy. It's not easy to wake. It's not easy to wake myself from slumber. Solo.
That alarm goes off, I get up.
I wish, man.
And most of the time, it's only days I fucking work, too. I wind up waking up like 15, 10, maybe 20 minutes before the alarm goes off sometimes. And it always ticks me off. Yeah. The weekends, that doesn't happen.
I set that thing well ahead so I don't get screwed. I gotta have it. Timely manner. Updates are up. Now available for the Resident Evil titles. Resident Evil.
Alright. Let's get through these. I think we can blow through a bunch of these because really the big stuff was like Xbox.
Yeah, maybe we do have time for games played. I'd like to just get through all this news dump. And because I got to post this shit too tonight.
Yeah.
Because we record in 2 more days. We'll be right back down here. Struggling. I gotta take that puppy out too by 9:30 because he'll have eaten. Be time for him to go. How about go? I guess we'll still only have 2 people. I guess I'll pull up another stream in the browser.
Damn it, Brent. Why haven't you beat God of War yet?
It even says we're 720p. That's pretty good. Alright, that gives us our 3. So, are you ready to rock and roll? Oh, we have 4 viewers now. Thank you, 4. Get those numbers up. Boost those numbers.
Let's say I noticed the lowest I went was like 4.
I saw 7 at one point.
The highest I got was up to 7. Yeah,
that was awesome.
Surprising.
That was awesome. You were very entertaining too, Brant. I would have kept watching you play. Did you feel like you had to be on, or were you just talking about the game?
I was just trying to talk about the game. The monkey had a gun.
Sounds like a 90s grunge song.
Or a ICP cover.
Monkey's got a gun.
All right, we've been live for 30 minutes. Let's get this thing going for once. 212? Magic number 212?
Yes.
Oh God, I gotta get back to Skype. It's buried in 18 menus. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 212 of the NOFODcast. We are No Outside Food or Drink, the Southeast premier video game podcast. Tonight, I'm struggling because it feels like we've been streaming for 4 hours today. Brandon put in his fair share of streaming earlier today, playing some Ape Escape. I guess he'll touch on that later. But tonight, this is the... What is this? This is like the carcass of E3 that we're picking over at this point, right? This is like the first 2 weeks of June where we get all of our video game news of the week. Of the year, I'm sorry. Of the week.
I subtitled it The Show
The
of
Show
Shows.
of Shows. I like that. You're going to try to title the episode without the episode going through. 52 seconds in. Welcome to the Show of Shows. On this Show of Shows, we have Limited Runs show of FMV titles. What's a Sonic Central, question mark? We still don't know. Lukewarm Summer Games Fest. We were all there. Hashtag IMAX at IMAX Experience. All the at Summer Game Fest. All the hashtags and social stuff we were supposed to use. Devolver Digital had a summer showcase, and there was an Xbox / Bethesda show. We're going to discuss all these things. I'm Richard Bergman, joined tonight by Newsmaster Brant McKee.
Yes, we're going to discuss them and hopefully get through them relatively quickly.
You did not put the Future Game Show on here, which is probably relieving because there were like 1,000 titles that they showed off there. But a bunch of them were kind of rehashes from some other places. But it was still a very good show. I don't want to not mention the Future Game Show. Also joining us is resident lore master Cesar Concepcion II.
I'm glad I got a new subtitle in there. So
You've been the lore master.
not the resident.
You're the Resident Evil fan. Was that you as well?
I don't know. It sounds like I'm master. Trying to be a doctor and like going for residency.
Oh, you are serving your residency. It's like a long, hellish internship of non-paid podcast production.
Actually, I gotta pay the podcast.
Yeah, no, it's worse. Yeah. Oh, it's worse. The podcast doesn't pay us. We have to pay into the podcast. Yeah. Oh, maybe the streaming will get us over the hump. Maybe we'll get there eventually.
I don't know. We got to throw some hot tubs in there.
Yeah. Hey, I was doing ASMR earlier. Cesar said he enjoyed it. I know that's a thing on Twitch as well. I was scraping my ice cream spoon across the bottom of this container. So
I almost muted you on my end. Almost.
No, it was
a nightmare.
When I heard it on the feed, it was like click, click. I didn't know it was hitting my spoon was hitting the bottom of the thing that hard. So we bought. I'll show you this.
I was waiting for Richard going there.
As it melts, I'm like. So we bought this. We've been looking at like summertime ice cream maker type things. And Amazon had this like fucking commercial, like it has a compressor and all kinds of stuff. They had this commercial Cuisinart one. You don't have to freeze the bowl or anything. You just pour in all the ingredients and you have like basically soft serve ice cream in an hour. And so we've been messing around with different recipes and so we use what is our thing? Alternate storefronts. We use alternate sugar substances. So they treat, ice cream's kind of a science. It's chemistry with like the milk fat and the crystals from the sugar and things like the way all the ingredients combine. And it screws with it to try to create the no sugar added type things that you get in the store. The lab grown ice cream. It's not as easy to make. So that's all we've done so far. And I think it's been good. They've been really good, but it never takes the full hour that it's supposed to make for the churning. It always it freezes the paddle up before then, like 30 minutes in. And some of the other reviews I saw on the full blown ice cream, it was less than the full blown hour. But I think the next batch we're just gonna make a typical homemade vanilla style one and just see how that goes.
You over there just running batches of ice cream.
Basically, because we've got that storage container that I was holding up and pretending to drink from as I was ASMRing Cesar again. We got 2 of those. So we basically just turn the thing off and pull the little dish out and dump that into the container and put that in the freezer, and then we start up another one. It's ready to go right after that. And it makes, like I said, this no sugar added is pretty good. It's just not quite... It's not... It tastes good. It's just not playing out in the ice cream maker like the way we thought it was gonna.
Yeah. I know some people swear. Now we're the ice cream podcast. Some people swear by the instead of using milk and cream and all that stuff, using like banana.
I saw that
as your base. I saw instead. Banana,
and I saw custard. I saw custard recipes, which I love custard ice cream. But I think we also bought. I know Cesar's dabbled in the alternate sugar fronts as well. We bought allulose, which is like a combination of erythritol and some other type sweetener.
Chemicals.
Yeah, put it in my veins.
Yeah, your colon will thank you later.
Sure. As long as it keeps my pancreas alive. The other things can take the hits that the pancreas cannot take it anymore. I'm willing to spread the damage. I'll let it go to the other places.
I mean, you were played at hand. You had no choice in. So
yeah. I gotta work around that one, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you can survive with only one kidney, right?
Sure. Yep, we can do that. My kidneys are always good. They always test that. I have this crazy screening process, so I guess this is our disclaimer. If you have a disease of that type, make sure you do your screenings and your preventative maintenance and keep up on your shit so nothing sneaks up on you. Because those long-term type things, nothing's going to drastically turn for the worse. You've just got to keep track of things as they go, and I'm trying to do a pretty good bit of that.
You over there drinking antifreeze, Cesar? What is that?
Hold up that
glass. It looks like antifreeze poured in that glass. I guess it's the glass.
Is that a Space Jam McDonald's souvenir glass?
The Coca-Cola glass.
Is that a Space Jam McDonald's Coca-Cola souvenir glass?
There's nothing on there that has Space Jam.
I'm disappointed. Y'all remember the themed like Coke glasses you could buy back in the day?
Yeah.
Burger King would have them on occasion. It'd be like all these varied licensed things that you could pick up. All right, we're ready to go into news. Start getting this train.
Let's
get
go
this
ahead
train
and
back on
knock
the
it
tracks. Limited Run Games 2022 showcase. This news is brought to you by Go Nintendo, and the writer of the article is Raw Meat Cowboy. So thank you, Raw Meat Cowboy. Brant, where are you sourcing this news?
All over. I had to find decent articles that had everything.
Oh dear God,
them.
Brant, you're the newsmaster. Not whatever this. Not whatever this is you've produced.
Not to be confused with
Raw Meat Cowboys.
Raw Dog Cowboy.
Raw Dog is someone we play Xbox with on occasion. So. I think you go
with the dog with the WG.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Raw Meat Cowboy, and Go Nintendo for bringing us this limited run news. Great job, Brant. The Limited Run Games 2022 showcase just ended, and Raw Meat Cowboy is providing us with a good rundown. River City Girls 2 is getting a physical Switch release, including a collector's edition. That is coming out for Switch, PS4, PS5, and Xbox will occur in the months ahead, and there will be a collector's edition. Undermine is getting a physical Switch release. There's no box art for that. Blade Runner Enhanced Edition is getting a physical Switch release. Pre-orders open June 24th. That'll be in a couple weeks. Oh, I didn't see this one earlier. Power Slave Exhumed is getting a physical Switch release this year. That, of course, is the like Duke Nukem / Doom, that 32-bit era type shooter.
That's one of the ones everybody talks about when they talk about the Saturn, as far as like first-person shooters.
And I think PAL got it on PlayStation. We didn't get it on PlayStation.
Yeah. I know Exhumed came out a few months ago, and I was looking everywhere to see if there was a physical release. I was kind of bummed, but then they showed it in the show. I was extremely excited.
That's a good one for preservation purposes. Power Slave Exhumed is getting a physical Switch release this year, which we just covered. I'm just recapping that one.
Recapping.
Spider Sores is getting a physical Switch release. I don't know what that is. Loon Arc is getting a physical Switch release later this year. Everything's coming to Switch, apparently. The people on the internet that are the loudest have risen to the top. They've won. Give it a rest.
Some of these are actually coming on PS4 as well. So like I know
Yeah,
the
a lot of
Shadowrun
them are
trilogy is
coming
coming
to
on
PS4.
PS4 and Xbox, and
Okay.
they're only listed on here as physical Switch release. So
Okay.
God bless Go Nintendo.
And Raw Meat Cowboy.
Cowboy.
Almost said Super Meat Boy, didn't you?
The Adventures of the Super Raw Meat Boy Cowboy. Shadowrun Trilogy, as Cesar mentioned, June 21st.
I'm guessing because it's Go Nintendo, they just said everything's Nintendo.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess this is Go Coco Polo
Coco
Anniversary.
Polo.
The very last set of physical Nintendo 3DS games. Coming in 2022. There will be a Go Coco Polo soundtrack release. You'll be able to buy the games separately as well. What exactly is Go Coco Polo? Do you guys know?
There were DSi Wear games and 3DS eShop games.
It's pretty good since those are lost to the DSi abyss of closures. Skeletac is getting a physical Switch release later this year. We have Bill and Ted's excellent retro collection.
This was
Cesar's
a
very
weird
excited.
one.
He played a lot of Bill and Ted.
I played a lot of Bill and Ted NES back in the day.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
So-
This was one of those.
the only thing
This is one of those games where you picture yourself, Brant, and it's 1989. You're 6 years old. You can't buy any game, so this game was gifted to you
Gotcha.
because you love Bill and Ted as a child.
yeah.
And I played a lot of this game, and I will buy the PS5 version of this. So
I understand
like a-
that. We all had those
Nothing like a
as
2
kid.
meg game on an Ultra Blu-ray disc.
or somebody will just keep telling me I'm a clumsy oaf and pay 1 coin or I'll be locked up.
Yeah. But that was one of those LJN games, wasn't it?
I don't
Ooh,
remember. I have a physical copy still of it somewhere.
I'm pretty sure
I
it was
think I have one,
LJN,
too.
and they're
The
notorious
rainbow logo?
for making
Yeah.
just horrible games. Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have any money, so they would scoop up any license that they could afford, and they would put out whatever type game. I mean, these sold a lot, so just because of the title recognition, like how Cesar ended up with it, the brand recognition, that is.
Yeah, there was one game that was great, and I don't care what anybody says, and it was The Rocketeer.
Rocketeer is good. Bill and Ted's Retro Collection is getting a physical Switch release. Pre-orders open June 9th. There will also be a skate deck and trading cards, because of course there will. Rendering Ranger R2 is getting a physical Switch and Super Nintendo release later this year. Limited Run is celebrating 20 years of Shantae with a statue on August 26th.
That's a hell of a statue.
Do what?
It's one hell of a statue.
It's 10
too.
inches of statue on August 26th. Don't have the Shantae acrylic standees? Grab a set of acrylic Shantae Game Boy boxes to activate the lights. I don't know if Brant's coming back. He is. Okay.
No, I'm here.
A Boy and His Blob Retro Collection. Oh, that's like the old Amiga style one, right? PS5,
Mhm.
Switch,
That one's-
PS4, PC. Is it also the remake that was on Wii on that one?
No, that's on a separate SKU that they stopped selling it this past weekend.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the the specifically old A Boy and His Blob collection.
Yes, that's the retro collection.
Okay. Konami Arcade Classics Anniversary Collection is getting a physical Switch release this summer. There will be a standard and 2 collector's editions available. Of course, there will. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 is getting a physical release this summer on Switch. I guess everything else, thanks Go Nintendo and Raw Meat Cowboy.
Yep.
Garden Story is getting a physical Switch release. Dodon Pachi Resurrection is getting a physical Switch release. Plumbers Don't Wear Ties Definitive Edition is getting a physical Switch release.
It's getting an everything release.
That's the
I
FMV.
believe.
Yeah,
that
it
was
is.
in the
Most of
news.
these are getting an everything released outside of
Yeah, most of these are multi-plat.
Don Pachi's Switch only.
Just know that we're living life through the Raw Meat Cowboy lens at this moment.
So
Who would have thought in the year of our Lord that we would have gotten a re-release of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties?
I mean, shit. Who would have thought we got Bill and Ted on NES re-release? But that was never on my bingo card.
Or Night
Go ahead.
Trap.
Go-
Night Trap
No.
on it.
Go
on
ahead,
Nintendo
Richard. Read the
console.
next line. Where this is only coming out on Switch versus what is shown on this graphic ahead. So
Yeah, Switch physical. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge Switch physical release is coming soon. Only for Switch. You heard it here first.
Yep. Ignore the other consoles in this photo.
The graphic above it literally have every other console included under the sun. What is that?
Still mad that this is not a native PS5 version, and we get built into a PS5. But
That is kind of strange.
here we are.
The limited run versions, which are also going to be at like every retailer, Target, GameStop, Best Buy, Walmart, comes with a
Continue on your personal device.
reversible cover,
Something wrong. Please
Sprite,
try again.
Sprite stickers, art
Please
booklet,
try again.
and a Pizza Hut.
Please try again.
You get a Pizza Hut coupon just like back in the day.
Yep, Pizza Hut.
Very
Pizza
cool.
Hut
Somebody on
coupon.
Twitter was very angry about this. They said the movie had Domino's, and they called this bullshit for the Pizza Hut one. They were really upset about it. I was like, damn.
Did the movie have Domino's?
Yes.
Probably.
I think it did. I'm way more familiar with Secret of the Ooze than that first Turtles, with the one with Casey Jones, the very, very dark one.
And yeah.
The one,
and
what-
apparently
the
it
one from
ruined
Law and
everybody's
Order
day.
was Casey Jones.
He was a Law and Order
Chris
actor.
Maloney. Chris Maloney. Yeah.
It's Chris Maloney. Oh god, Blossom Tales 2 is getting a physical Switch release later this year, only Switch. Enclave HD. This is a kind of a sleeper PC and original Xbox hit. This one was exciting to me. Is getting a physical Switch release this summer. I'm assuming everything else.
PS4, PS5, it says.
Doesn't exist on other consoles.
Here's another Cesar graphic. According to the graphic, it's going to come on PS4, PS5, and Switch, but according to the Raw Meat Cowboy, American Hero is getting a physical Switch release. Pre-orders
You gotta
now
remember,
open.
people. He's a journalist. He recorded the show, so this is true to word. So
This is it. This is law,
This is
according
it.
to the Raw Meat Cowboy. Pre-order the physical edition of Bats Bloodsucker Anti-Terror Squad. Coming to, I'm going to lean on the graphic here, PS5, PS4, and Switch.
no, it's not. No, whoa.
June 7th.
That's not what it says in the article. What's it say in the article?
Getting a physical Switch release.
Raw Meat Cow.
Thanks, Raw Meat
What
Cowboy.
did Raw Meat Cowboy say in the article? That's not my name. That's not my name.
Espagaluda 2 is getting a physical.
Espagaluda, yeah, too.
Espagaluda. Do we
What's sad?
do we have to play
No,
the
I
first
want-
one?
What's sad and what's upsetting about a lot of these shooters that are coming out, the shoot 'em ups on Switch, these all were like exclusive to 360 back in the day. None of these are on Xbox. I have all the Xbox versions of these
Yeah.
games.
And yet these re-releases are not coming to Xbox.
Yeah, which sucks.
Wow.
So, or they're not even backwards compatible on Xbox. I wish they would. I have the disc still. I could play all these on there.
Yeah.
So
Glover is getting a physical N64 re-release later this year. If you've somehow misplaced your $8 copy of Glover for the Nintendo 64,
I was about to say, I had to check. And yeah, Glover's not a expensive title. You can get it for $8, $10, $12, something like that. And I'm sure this will be like at least $30 to $40, somewhere
I
in
guess
that
it's
price
cool that
range.
it's coming out
For
I guess
this
it's
no, hell
re-release
no.
now.
It should be the price of $59.99, the new price of N64 game.
With inflation from 1998.
$89.99, $99.99. Those cartridges were expensive back
They were
in the day.
very
They're
expensive.
super expensive now. Yeah.
Depending on how much ROM was in there, right? The memory.
Yeah.
Let's go into a good game. Tetris Effect Connected is getting a physical Switch release.
Damn. Straight just slaughtered
I
Glover
did destroy
like that.
Glover. I played a lot of Glover back in the day. I have no need to go back and revisit Glover. I need to see if I have a physical copy
ahead.
of Glover.
Like, man, I really want to play Glover again.
Yeah, let me play that fucking game that has the mascot from the Hamburger Helper. Let me get right into that open world 3D greatness.
I'm bringing it back. So the next game, Richard, is the sequel to Love Gun?
Is it? It's not Tetris Effect Connected. Oh no, this game looked good.
No.
I like this game. Yeah.
Yeah, this actually did look pretty good.
It looks like a PlayStation Sega Saturn platformer, right? When I watched it.
Yeah,
It looks like that combo. So I always thought the PSP was kind of in that. It had better anti-aliasing, I guess is the term. It was like a Dreamcast, but it looked a little bit sharper. Except for that original screen was like, ugh. But it looks like to me it looks like a PSP title. And that is Frogun is getting a physical Switch release. No other platforms, even though the graphic says PS4 and PS5. Oh, the meat cowboy had one job.
like a raw meat cowboy. Carrying only about Switch physical releases. I don't know.
Are we creating this lore? He's like driving a cattle herd of just raw meat and Switch releases,
So,
like trying to get them across
is-
fences and stuff.
Is he to blame? Maybe he goes to his publishers like, no, get this other shit out. We're only talking about Switch stuff on here.
He works for Go
Yeah,
Nintendo.
he's one of the Switch.
He works for Go Nintendo.
He's a Switch
the
baby.
publisher's like, no, get that PS5 wording in there. Get out of there. We don't.
Coming to Switch, PS4, PS5. I only heard Switch.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. We're good. Just get everything to the Switch. We gotta save words.
He knows his audience. You know what Go Nintendo probably consists of. I used to read them back in the day.
As soon as he hears other consoles, la 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 la, fingers in his ears.
I'm sure he's I'm sure he's up in arms about everything else.
He's like, my platform of choice doesn't need a pro console. We're rocking along fine.
He's in the same thread of when Richard's looking at the other game announcements. It's like, where's the Switch release? It's that same guy at the bottom. Where's the Switch release? Give us what we want.
Oh, God. Death Wish Enforcers. Speaking of what we want, Death Wish Enforcers is getting a physical Switch release. It looks like a Contra style thing.
It looks like Sunset. Was it Sunset Riders?
Yeah.
And it's like based off like Death Wish and like all those 80s, 70s thriller type movies.
Cool thing to lean into.
Because it's got like Chuck
Now,
Norris
this one...
and like Foxy Brown and
Mm-hmm.
characters based off these people.
Yeah.
The very last release is a 100% Switch only physical release because everything else already has it.
Which is Doom
Richard,
Eternal.
Yeah, you finally beat the game. Richard, you can beat the game. This is the only version you play.
Doom
Yeah,
Eternal.
only play new Doom games on Switch.
Got bad news for you, Richard.
This game got canceled.
This might be your last one.
Oh boy. That's coming out.
Yeah.
It's coming
I
out
can't wait till
July
they come out with
8th.
Doom Eternal 2 and you're in the Twitter thread with Besta, not Tales on Switch.
Begging
only-
for the Switch port.
Oh, it's like I ain't playing this shit till it's on Switch. These are the only versions I play.
Especially if it lets you carry your save file from the first two. save your Space Marine progress, your Doom guy progress. They're going big for Doom Eternal. There will be standard, steelbook, special, and ultimate editions of this one SKU. I like how Brant said we would blow through all this, and we're 22 minutes in, and this is the first news story. This isn't going to go well. Thanks, Raw Meat Cowboy. You gave us all the laughs we could ever ask for. Oh, this one's going to go by quick. Sonic Central 2022. Wow.
I'd say we can blow through these real quick because this show was literally like teases of teases.
And it was
the best
stuff.
kinds of teases.
It was stuff we've already seen. What was in here that was new?
Yeah. So let's see. They had a Sonic Origins trailer, which we had seen.
The animation looks so fucking good, by the way.
The animation does look good. The Fall Guys announcement was new. They were gonna do the cross event with Fall Guys. You'll have Sonic and Knuckles costumes in there.
Sure.
Chemical Plant World for Sonic Speed Simulator, which is
Okay,
in
I
Roblox.
text Cesar about this. This looked good. I don't even understand what Roblox is, but this was a fast Sonic game. It looked good.
There's some people doing crazy stuff in
So-
Roblox. There's some games on there that have no reason being.
Brandon might know
Roblox
more about
games.
Roblox. I don't know, man. I literally, my experience with Roblox is when I went, and I said the story before, I went and visited my cousin, and they were just sitting there, and one was playing on the Xbox, the other one was playing on the PC, and they're just giggling as one is just following each other, and they're like, get away from me, get away from me. And it's 45 minutes of that. And they're just ignoring each other. And Roblox, I was like, you can do this in fucking real life. I was like, why are we doing this on Roblox?
Like they were just playing tag.
Yeah. And then there's some weird, and like Brent said, there's some weird ass shit. Like they'll have like recreations of like Knives Out on fucking Roblox characters. And I'm like, I see them playing and there's like some kind of ghost chasing. I'm like, what the hell are y'all playing in this game? Where's Roblox? I was like, I would have been like mortified as a child.
But this looks, I would argue.
There's like FPSs and World of Tanks and all this other stuff that people are recreating in Roblox.
So it's just like
crazy.
a builder platform, like Minecraft or Dreams or something like that.
It's like Minecraft
Kind
mixed with
of.
Dreams. Yeah, that's probably the word I will go with.
Because that was the best looking 3D Sonic game that we saw at the show.
Brant, props to you to use a actual sports website to report gaming.
Clutch
I know, right?
points. What even is this? Brent, did you let the algorithm pick our news links?
Brent, I'm proud of you. I can click on the NBA tab and find out what the score is right now in a couple of hours. NBA Finals.
That's important. Brent sending us to the right
Let's
sources.
see. New characters for Sonic mobile games. Sonic Forces,
I saw
Sonic
Sonic Dash
Dash.
pop up, and I was like, I remember playing
Yeah.
that a long time ago.
And then we had stuff about some of the film and TV stuff. So there was Sonic Frontiers Prologue, the animated prologue coming for Sonic Frontiers. I think that was the one that was one of those things where they showed like a tiny teaser of
It was Knuckles going into one of those Breath of the Wild looking portal type things.
Yeah, but it literally was like 5 seconds.
Says our
They
what?
just showed it
Says
for
our
5
what?
seconds and pulled it.
Fucking
It is. It's the piano in the background. It's the rain. Sonic Frontiers looks like butt. And I'm sure it will be something totally different than what we're looking at now, but damn, that does not look good.
The Sonic Prime Shadow
Which looks
teaser.
excellent.
Yeah, but then that was another thing. It stayed up on the screen for what 5-6 seconds. There's just like a little flash on the screen, and then went away. You're like, okay,
Yeah,
what the
very
fuck did I just
brief
look at?
Mm-hmm.
What was that? And then they had an announcement about the Sonic Hedgehog 2 movie on Blu-ray and digital. And that will be released August 9th, 2022. And let's see, it says there's a few other things. Oh yeah, the Sonic themed merchandise that's coming, including a 90s inspired Sonic statue. That includes Sonic, Rose and Amy, or Amy Rose Tails.
90s and 70s inspired mustache.
Sonic themed gaming accessories, like wireless controllers, charging stands.
No, the next one is an important one. That's the drug related one.
Oh yeah, the Knuckles themed G Fuel.
Which I have
No,
found.
It says consumables, sir. Which could
Consumable.
lead to other types of consumables.
Remember, I found this. So I sent you a picture of that at Buc-ee's south of Macon. They have the G Fuel. They have the Crash Bandicoot and the Sonic one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
they have
found
Crash
it.
Bandicoot? Yeah, I
Next-
gotta get some.
Next time
I
we're
gotta
down
get
there, I'll
some.
grab you
I mean,
some.
I don't want to derail, but I literally went to a retirement for one of my like old coworkers,
Uh-huh.
and so one of the guys that works with us had like a fucking Buc-ee's lanyard on. I'm like, is that a Buc-ee's thing? He's like, yeah, man, I fucking love Buc-ee's. And he's like, he talks about like, yeah, when there was a Buc-ee's, I stopped by every time. I was like, what the hell's happening in this conversation?
It is amazing.
He like steers into this
Gas
whole
station.
like, it's like everybody at the table was talking about how great their like roast beef is. I'm like, what the hell is
Their
happening?
food is incredible. Their brisket,
And then
yeah.
he's like, dude, it's like, I'll leave here now. Let's go. It's like 35 minutes. We'll all go. Let's all
Yeah.
go to Buc-ee's. I'm like, what the hell's happening?
I've got a Buc-ee's. I got a Buc-ee's bathing suit.
And you made this joke, but man, unless it has a Captain Bucky O'Hare in it, man, I ain't fucking with it.
And then the last thing was the Sonic Symphony Live.
And they played like 2 hours worth of music after that. It just so
Yeah.
the little presentation was over, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's the Sonic Central. That's fine. That's
It's
nothing new.
And what's funny is the whole where it's being played at. Like this will be held at the Brazil game show this October. And like my favorite thing is, Brent, I don't know if you follow VTubers on Twitter. There's at least 3 people in every reply. Come to Brazil. Come to Brazil. It's like that's all they say is come to Brazil. Come to Brazil. I'm like, it's like it's ingrained in my mind now because every time I look in the Twitter replies, I'm waiting for somebody to say come to Brazil.
Sonic is huge in Brazil because they're still making like the Master System down there. Like that's still like the one of the number one platforms, that 8-bit Master System, the tech toy. But we're waiting, like the show's over, and it's like stay tuned for 15 minutes, and I'm watching it like, what the hell is this? What's gonna be next? And it ended up being 2 hours of Sonic Symphony music, which was really really good.
Not the Sonic Fever Dream from a couple years back.
The funny thing, like we went to the Zelda Symphony, of course, where the NOFODcast name actually even came from. And then, was it Bethesda did the Skyrim Symphony last year, or it was for Tokyo Game Show or something, but they did that whole Skyrim Symphony. And I always watch these musicians. Like, these are classically trained musicians. And the performances they're spot on. They're great symphonic arrangements of these video game themes that we all know and love. But I'm watching these people, and as they're playing, it's almost like, do you have any context for Sonic the Hedgehog, like this blue hedgehog thing? Or did you did you just sign the contract and come play and it's just music to you? Or do I always watch them like, does this guy have any context of Knuckles the Echidna, or does this lady really get the miles per hour pun thing, or are they just like playing some music? They're just coming and playing sheet music with the orchestra.
Yeah, they're just they're just reading the music. I was about to say there's that one there's like one Symphony of the Night orchestra thing that I found on YouTube where the people have to be into it, because like there's at one point the dude comes out dressed as Dracula, and they do a lot of cool stuff in there.
I mean, if you're a symphony and you're playing Symphony of the Night music, you gotta go all in, and like it's right there in the title.
Oh yeah.
All right, this is the show we went to. So if you check out our Instagram, and I think I posted on Twitter, Cesar happily provided us with tickets to the Keeley Fest.
Funded by NOFODcast's wallet.
That we're still having to pay for, non-Patreon funds. I did see this referred to as Key 3 somewhere. Did y'all also see that trending?
No, I had
Moore was wearing that shirt that says Key 3 on there. Yeah.
I think it was a GameSpot joint that was doing the Key 3. So we were.
They had shirts made for Key 3.
Yeah, so we were actually there, and I think, not to jump to the very end, but I think the whole last bit was all Last of Us stuff, right? Like, he had Neil Druckmann out there. He had with Troy Baker, and is it Ashley Johnson was who played? Yeah. Who played Ellie, and I think it was this lead up to like this major celebration of Last of Us. But the biggest leak, I guess, at work, even though we've been talking about this for months and months, was like PlayStation Direct confirmed a official PS5 remaster of Last of Us. So he kind of had it seemed like
2 hours or something.
He seemed like the wind was a little out of his sails, which was interesting because I thought this show was pre-taped. The way it was broadcast, I thought this was not a live, like, it was a live production. Like, they were joking about that leak coming out right before the show and stuff. But they played into the fact that stuff like that comes out and gets ahead of these shows and stuff like that. But they had a good time
Brant,
with it.
did they take your money for Last of Us Part 1?
No, not yet. This is one of those things where I kind of get the controversy around it, because I know our first reaction to it was, that looks like a PS3 game. It still looks the same.
Or it looks like
and
that
they were
remaster,
asking,
the one that came out
the remaster we already
came
have
out
on
a
PS4.
year after that PS3 one, but it included the
Yep.
DLC, so that was always a good bonus, and this SKU will as well.
This one, it's $70, but it includes the game, the DLC, but doesn't have factions attached to it.
It's gonna be its own separate
But
game,
but it is like completely reworked.
And I don't think we've seen everything from this, because they basically just showed us cutscenes, right? And an important thing, John Linneman pointed this out, like the PS3 ones were all pre-rendered. Those were literal, like, movies playing. This is in-engine. These cutscenes that we saw here, they're all in-engine. And I know Cesar played Last of Us Part 2. But they're bringing gameplay enhancements from that game back to this one. So that first game it didn't feel outdated. It still feels modern. But I think those extra touches will kind of set it apart as far as gameplay versus the PS3 and PS4 titles that we already have.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's going to be one of those ones you're going to have to play to see the difference versus what you look at.
Yep.
So
They're going to start showing more and more differences that are going to stand out, more than just, hey, this is what you already knew and this is what this looked like. Cuz was it after the show when all three of us were looking at it? Wasn't just the trailer we were watching, but they had like a slider where they were showing that might have been in the post show with Troy Baker and Ashley. Yep.
Was it enough to make
it
enough to make Brant play
right
Last of Us Part 2 yet?
No, not yet. I might. It's dipped down to like what, $10? So
You don't own it yet, Brant? If you are dying to play, I'll happily loan you my copy. It's just sitting over there, and I still have to play the first one. So
I still have a few Metal Gears to get to. So I'm gonna finish Metal Gear this year.
We need Brand to finish Death
Gotta
Stranding
finish
this
it.
year.
So gosh, and yeah, maybe I'll start Death Stranding, but we'll see.
You're in simulator.
y'all sound like the
First, we gotta
raw
get
meat
to
cowboy.
No, if I was a raw
First,
meat
we gotta
cowboy,
get
then I just only
to,
talk about Nintendo Switch
Switch
releases.
games. Death Stranding to Switch. Let's go.
I'll play it when it comes on Switch.
Physical Switch.
We gotta
Physical
get
Switch
to
release.
these
Physical Switch release.
Summer Games Fest. This Alien Dark Descent. What did we all think of Alien Dark Descent? The game that looked halfway decent until it was a top-down isometric game.
I like isometric games, man. Y'all hating.
All these cutscenes were great, and keep in mind the three of us are sitting next to each other in a movie theater, so we're like, these cutscenes look great. Like this is an Aliens game, and then they show 5 seconds of gameplay, and it's these
carpet pool.
We're all three of us are like, oh.
That's what this is, and then it's isometric. It's oh boy.
Brand's over there throwing out this could be Isolation too.
Yeah, wishful thinking. There were too many aliens. Isolation needs that cat and mouse style gameplay. There was like way too many.
I mean, that's what you do when fucking blockbuster sequels. You up the ante. There were a whole bunch of aliens in there. You got to run and hide from all of them.
Okay, James Cameron, moving along. The next game.
Why can't it be Ridley Scott? Why can't it be James Cameron?
Because you're upping the ante with the sequel and making it more action packed.
Adding the S. You got to add the S.
Which one's the one they
or Terminator 2?
Drunk the which one is the one they drunk the worm from the tequila? Was it the first one?
That's not an Alien. Alien's the only one I've seen. I've not seen Aliens.
Oh wow, that might have been an Aliens then.
Did it have Bill
That's
Paxton?
the only one I
in
might
it?
have seen is Aliens.
Was there a lot of shooting and Bill Paxton?
I don't know. Bill Paxton was also in Commando and as well as some other movies.
He was a pack in that era. Next up, I think was is this all of our most anticipated game at this point?
Yeah.
God
Callisto
damn, this looks so
Protocol.
freaking good.
They showed some good gameplay from that. That's definitely Dead Space. More Dead Space than we've seen in a
Brant
while.
turned to me as they're doing this gameplay demo because we'd seen the blade gun, like where he's shooting the saw blades, and we'd seen the lumbering third person, and we'd seen the memory files kind of played out in real time where people were like jumping across the medical bays and stuff like that. And then we saw the stomp, and Brant was like, "There it is. There's the stomp." It looked damn good. Ooh.
Yeah.
And some graphic
graphic
deaths.
What did they call it? What kind of cut?
The Schofield cut. Yeah, the
Schofield
director.
cut. Yeah.
Oh man, he got caught up in a fan at the very end of that trailer, and you could see his hand got caught. He's ducking away from an enemy, and his hand gets caught, and then he briefly turns to the camera, and you see this dread, this face of just oh
the
shit.
fear.
And then the fan just
Terror.
pulls the whole rest of his body in based off his hand. It was so graphic.
It was brutal. And then the dude comes out like a damn mobster standing there. He's got all his rings on his fat fingers and
Oh yeah.
it's hairy.
He's like the proprietor of the Italian restaurant that's
Yeah.
coming out and checking on the family and making sure you got bread and refills and everything else. He was a character.
Want to make you a game you can't refuse.
I think we all can't refuse that one. It was what, December something? December 2nd?
Yeah, the end of the year.
Yeah, I think we're all in on that one, the three of us. Might be December's nice and light and holiday themed game club title. Oh, it looked good as hell. I sent it to a friend of the show, Jeremy, and he's watching it, and he's messaging me as he's watching it. He's like, "This seems like Dead Space." He's like, "This is very much Dead Space." And then by the time I knew he watched the end of the video, he was like, "How is this not Dead Space?" Oh, so they set the bar high for the Dead Space remake, I think, with what they're presenting here and what fan expectation and desire and all that kind of stuff is.
I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, we get a remake of the original game, and then we got like a sequel.
We do, as Cesar saying, we do have the best of both worlds because if one swings and misses, there's always a backup plan of that same type gameplay.
Yeah.
And it's coming to Switch physical, according to the Raw Meat Cowboy.
Yep, Raw Meat Cowboy, everything physical Switch.
Next up,
He's getting physical with his Switch.
Next up, I thought this was another world. This was Flashback 2. Cesar, you left.
Why was this not another world?
It looked.
I want to get stung.
It looked.
I want to get stung by the little slug thing and die in the very beginning, like the first 5
Yeah, it's
seconds.
like a
of the game. I'm
beast.
like, what is this game?
There's a beast that
What is
runs
this
after you.
game?
I never get past the beast. I hate that game.
I can't. That's the thing. I died too because it's like every time I try to hop it and it goes into the animation, we go. Oh,
How do you beat
and
that?
I'm
thing?
dying.
I hate Another World. It's the worst.
Game's
game
unbeatable,
ever.
man. Half of this world is unbeatable.
It's like Myst. That's why they keep re-releasing it. They're like, there's still idiots that'll buy this. Let's see if we can get some people to buy this. How do you get past the beast on Another World? I want to see.
No,
it.
when was the last time? What was it? Another World? When was the last Another World that came out?
I thought it was
There's no way they
this
re-released
because I was telling Brent, I was like, this is definitely Another World. And then they showed Flashback. I was like, okay, yeah, I remember Flashback.
No,
Flashback is like
No.
Prince of Persia, like a 2D original Tomb Raider. It came out on Genesis and Super Nintendo and CDI and all those consoles at the time. Sega CD.
oh my god! I think I may actually own Another World on PS4.
We have it on everything. They've given it to us on everything, and no one has ever gotten past the beast on like the second frame. It's like the second screen.
I'm streaming it, guys.
Fire it up. I'll fucking watch. I'll tune in and I'll watch you. It's good. I know.
It's like a minute and a half.
You're gonna run into that second screen like, yeah, I'm ready to play Another World. Everybody loves this game. It's critically acclaimed, and that fucking thing is like up on a ledge. It's gonna jump down and then it's gonna take you out, and that's it. That's all. That's the end of the game.
No, I mean, look.
It's like Myst.
That whole beginning part, this very like Tron in the very beginning, was like the best part of the game, where you get sucked into the computer. And was it the motorcycle? He rides in the motorcycle, right, to that little outpost. Get sucked in the computer, and you're in another world.
It's one of the worst games ever made.
No. I know I have it.
Everyone moves around for 3 frames and they die or they get stuck, just like Myst, and they say fuck this game and they never play this game again.
I will beat the monster on the stream as you continue the news.
Yes.
What is it next? Fort Solace. This is the thing where Troy Baker awkwardly came out and said this is a game with a lot of action and
Troy Baker show.
it's got a nice good. It's not got a good story. And they asked, what else can you tell us about the game? Not much. It's a game.
They did say it's described as Dead Space meets Duncan Jones's Moon, and I loved Moon. Moon is an incredible,
very, very good movie.
Incredible film.
Duncan Jones has only done one bad movie, and it was World of Warcraft.
Oh, I forgot that. I forgot I did World of
Every other
Warcraft.
movie he's done has been fantastic.
But this looked good, right? But also,
Yeah.
there was a theme of horror games in space that seems like everything at Key 3 was horror games in space.
I sent you that picture, remember, Richard?
Yeah.
Because the next one was Stormgate, which is the like RTS. There's like space marines and these otherworldly demons.
So we watched a weird ass trailer for like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm asking Brand, I'm like, is this Recore? It's like the Chica from Recore and
Yeah.
everything. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Then they come out and say RTS, and they bring the guy out there, and he used to work with Blizzard. It's a bunch of like StarCraft and Warcraft veterans. So they do have a pedigree behind them, and it's free to play. They're making a free to play RTS, which is very exciting. This actually, I will give this a go. This actually looked pretty good. But that beta is 2023 for that. Going back to Troy Baker's pants, because they were...
I never noticed it.
What?
High Waters.
Because the next game is called High Waters, and I nudged Brant, and I was like, just like Troy Baker's pants. But nobody said anything about Keely's pants. Did you see?
I don't look at people's
Little
pants.
Huh? What's that, sir?
I said I don't look at people's pants.
You
I don't
could
notice
not
anything- what's
see
wrong with
it. You
pants.
could see Jeff's Keely the whole time. The entire time. And then I see afterwards people are making fun of his jacket. I'm like, did you not see his pants? His Keely's right there for us. We're celebrating Key 3 on stream. Next up
on
was
stream. We're being
High
being Outer
Water.
World on stream.
What was that?
Being Outer World on stream right
It's
now.
not gonna happen. You're not gonna get past that fucking beast.
Go for it.
We're less than ETA 1 minute to get to the monster
Yeah,
thing.
it's not gonna happen. Just watch you lose to the monster over and over. Next up, like Troy Baker's Pants, was High Water. Comes from the makers of Golf Club Wasteland, of course, and takes place in a similar world ravaged by climate change. The narrative-driven isometric survival game will feature a protagonist
Man, watch out, it's isometric.
taking a motorized raft through the ruins of civilization, taking on armed guards in turn-based combat. I did see, like, the party was, like, following the main character. And then when this game first fired up, there's, like, a random, like, person to the side.
Dude
in
with
his
underwear.
He's just standing there in his underwear. And me and Brant both see him at the same time. And I was laughing through this whole trailer after seeing the random underwear guy to the side.
Oh my god, I died instantly.
To the beast?
No, he just walked off.
Maybe you have to go backwards. Next up, following hot on the heels
There
of
it is. Richard.
Goat Simulator 2.
I did it.
No, he's gonna kill you. He's gonna chase you down. You're gonna get murdered. This is the worst game ever made. You're already dead.
He got his head
It's the worst game ever made.
freaking smashed by a
There he comes.
boulder.
See, I told you he'd be up on the ledge. Here he comes. Here comes the beast. These games are awful, and this is bad for podcast content.
So yeah, this.
There's your
this,
slugs.
This.
I never
this
get
trailer.
past the slugs, man.
Yeah, I love how he just flops over dead.
It's the worst game ever made. Give me any game other than that game.
Double Dragon.
Sure. Yeah, that's what it
Really?
takes.
With
Cesar's past the slug. The
With
beast is
Cesar.
going to kill him. Yep. Now run to the left. He's going to murder you.
Oh my gosh.
It's awful. This game is awful.
I got it. Hold on. I got it.
So this next one, it's spoofed on the whole Dead Island.
You and I thought it was Dead Island.
Oh, no.
Oh, Cesar, he's outrunning
No,
him. Oh, he grabbed the thing. Look at that. Cesar's
Nope,
doing
he's
it. Oh,
chasing him.
it's on his ass. Look at Slug Man.
Death. And the beast just ran over you.
So, yeah, it's spoofed the whole Dead Island trailer that we got. What it feels like
It
10 years
does.
ago now. But it's Goat Simulator 3, and yes, they skipped 2. We had to discuss.
We were all
this.
so confused. Like,
It's all
where
part
was
of the
second
joke.
one?
That joke that me and Richard always makes that actually came true. Skip 2 out of 3. They actually did it.
Yeah. That's coming fall 2022 to the Epic Game Store. I think that's all they showed off.
Yeah.
Next up was
Next up, Midnight Express.
Fight Express.
Midnight.
It's made
Yeah,
like 2 or
Fight
3
Express,
people,
there we
right?
go.
Developed by a single person in Poland, and then they brought on a whole team. This looked good. Deep
Yeah, that looked-
creative
That
character.
looked pretty damn good.
Next up were 2 games in the Hoyoverse, which is Genshin Impact?
Yeah.
Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero are anime-infused RPGs.
Some of that anime
They both
bullshit.
actually look good. They were very stylish and very distinct.
Yeah.
One Piece Odyssey is coming in 2022 to PlayStation, Xbox consoles. Layers of Fear is Bloober Team's next game. We thought it might be not Silent Hill. It's Layers of Fear.
And we already know Devolver said that. Well, I'm saying every developer is making Silent Hill.
Layers of Fears. Yeah. It's the new Warhammer. Everybody gets a Silent Hill.
You get a Silent Hill. You get a Silent Hill.
The next up was Witchfire. That looked pretty good. It's an early access Epic Game Store game. Another horror game in space, Routine, which was apparently announced way back in 2012. I remember Jeff Keighley saying that, and I wanted to go back and see what that first announcement looked like. But it was almost like mannequins were fighting you or something. Like the way that...
It looked like T12.
Yeah, we thought it was a Terminator
They
game
looked
at
like
first.
Terminators.
Yeah.
But they're doing like this weird teeth-chittering stuff that was very unnerving.
But you're like attacking them with like video camera stuff or like equipment, right? It's weird.
There were PVMs and VCRs and stuff scattered about on the floor. Oh God! After that,
Friend of the show, Russell, made a cameo in this next one.
Russell trying to escape, also known as American Arcadia, which was on like everybody's stream that I saw. This got a lot of publicity, which is like a kind of a paradise type area, but then this guy's trying to escape it, and they're trying to shut him down, and it seems like a
Like the Truman Show, right?
yeah,
Yeah, it's like a
was
Truman Show.
that's a very good analogy. Looked interesting. Nightingale was up next. Crafting new realm cards takes you through new portals where you encounter new threats. There's a lot of new stuff. And that is also coming to Switch. I think that was some big Switch reveal also.
All right, Rami Cowboy.
Thanks, Raw Meat Cowboy.
Made that announcement.
For every Switch release, we Rami Cowboy gets his.
Oh no, it's not that. It wasn't Nightingale. It was. Cesar killed the fucking stream. Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
There was a bunch of other notable tidbits. The Nightingale is not the Switch one I was thinking of. That was Neon White. That was like a heavenly single-player card-based speedrunning first-person shooter for freaks by freaks. Quote, unquote. Guile is coming to Street Fighter 6. That was something we were shown. We got a whole level of Modern Warfare 2, which looks amazing. That looked incredible. That campaign is going to be great. We saw Marvel Midnight Suns. We saw a extensive Cuphead demo. We got the big news that Casey Jones will be the 7th playable character in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, which
The Christopher Maloney version.
Six-player
online co-op. Online,
local or
offline,
online.
or mixed. Yes, couch co-op.
Richard,
Yes.
you were very close to sound like Andrew House. I miss Andrew House. 500 million PlayStation sold.
6-player online. Was it PS3? You could have exactly 7 Bluetooth devices. that would get you.
7 controllers. Yeah, because like you could play NBA. The inside was the big deal. Like the NBA inside was 7 controllers.
Or it was 4 players with controllers, all with headsets, and one person didn't have a headset.
Yeah, because remember it had to do like it had to do math on the controller. So remember you got 4 and 3 lighted up to be controller 7.
Oh god. They talked about the Quarry, which is out now. They showed off the Saints Row Boss Factory, which is like a
No, you
character
forgot
creator.
with all-star cast, including David Arquette.
In the Quarry.
Yeah, all-star class with and
And
David
David
Arquette.
Arquette. Starring an all-star cast. And David Arquette. Who I guess they decided to exclude from the all-star
Just
cast.
shit on.
All-stars.
Warhammer 40k Dark Tide, which is an extension of their Vermintide series, comes to PC and Xbox September 13th. I think Vermintide was in Game Pass, so I would assume that one's coming to Game Pass.
Was yeah.
And then they showed an extensive Gotham Knights trailer. They showed off Nightwing, and they're promising to show off the other 3 Gotham Knights at later dates.
Brant, that's your game of the show.
Was it?
I don't know.
No, that Casey Jones 6-player co-op was
Yeah.
definitely the highlight of the show for
I'm
me.
in for that. And it comes out next week? The end of this week? No, it's this week. June 16th, right?
It's this week. 3 days. 3
Yeah.
days.
We're
this
all
week.
playing that,
3
right?
days. PlayStation
Oh, hell yeah.
and Xbox, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's on Game Pass. I think we rally up. I think we can rally up 6 people. Shouldn't be too hard.
It's on Game Pass, and there's like a shit ton of people that we play Halo Infinite with. I'm sure we'll probably download it.
Also true. I can rope in at least 4 I know of, so.
Some Sea of Thieves, some TMNT,
So Bridge Crew.
Bridge Crew.
Astroneer.
Now it's
Does
Astronaut.
it have tilt? Does it have tilt
I hope
controls?
it has tilt controls. All right, somebody take this Devolver Digital Summer Showcase. How much stuff is in here? Oh, it's not too bad. Oof.
Not a lot
Yeah.
at all. Cult of the Lamb, which actually had already been shown off in a previous Switch show, I believe. For August 11th. Cult of the Lamb, you play as a possessed lamb who must start a cult in order to pay back the strange spirit who saved his life. Collect resources, gain loyal followers, and rid the world of false prophets to become the one true Cult of the Lamb, or Cult and Lamb of God. Cult of the Lamb will release on PC and all consoles August 11th. The next one was Angerfoot, which actually looked pretty damn cool. The aptly named Angerfoot does in fact feature a lot of anger and at least one very powerful foot. Set in the caffeinated fueled fever dream of Shit City, Angerfoot sees you play as a man who's exceptionally good at two things: kicking down doors and taking out mobsters. As you traverse the city sewers and skyscrapers, you'll acquire new kicks with unique skills for your deadly door stomper to try out. The lightning fast FPS action game hits PC 2023. Card Shark is another game that we saw in another one of the Nintendo shows. And actually it's already out. But they showed off the game a good bit more, and then they went into the Plucky Squire, which this one has me for sure. I don't know if you saw this.
Plucky Squire looked good. I saw the Super Punch Out that stuff. It has a whole bunch of genres in there.
It starts out and looks kind of like a little Zelda clone. You know, he's doing the little sword spins and stuff, and then it goes into like Super Punch Out, and then all these other damn crazy genres. So it says the beautifully animated game follows a young squire named Jolt who is rudely kicked out of his storybook by the tale's villain and must begin a bigger multi-dimensional adventure. And throughout the game, Jolt must switch between exploring charmingly illustrated top-down 2D storybook world, roaming around 3D worlds. Looks a bit like a Pixar movie. He can also make his way into other illustrated 2D objects such as thermoses or coffee mugs, interacting with the artwork and unique obstacles found within them. Plucky Squire is slated to be on PS5, Xbox Series consoles, Nintendo Switch, and PC in 2023. And then there was, lastly, Skate Story.
I felt like that show was a whole bunch of just Suda 51 and a robot, and then it ended with a never-ending story when I was watching it. I was like,
Pretty much. So Skate Story, you play as a demon made of glass. You're skating through a beautiful yet ruthlessly oppressive underworld. Luckily, you manage to convince the devil to strike a deal with you if you skate to the moon and swallow it. He'll allow you to leave hell scot-free. Simple, right? Skate Story forgoes the usual chipper tone of skate games to provide us with something dark, moody, and dazzling. Slated to
is the master
hit PC 2023. So they didn't have a lot there, but they had some pretty cool stuff. And then we jump straight to the last one and one of the longest events, which was the Xbox/Bethesda showcase, which, as the time of this recording, took place yesterday. And they started the show off with Redfall. Didn't we see Redfall at some point before?
We just didn't see gameplay.
Something last year.
Yeah, we saw a very basic.
Yeah, it was like
vampire trailer type
thing.
It
was just
this is coming soon. It's like the first half of 2023, and like Brent was mentioning, like everything they showed in the showcase was going to be within the next year, basically. So.
Yeah, they showed off 50 games, and 25 of them are through this year, and the other 25 are the first half of next year. So, and a lot of them are going to be day one Game Pass.
I think
So,
everything they showed this time was.
Yeah, everything's day one. That's like their thing. Whatever they show was day one Game Pass. Yeah.
But Redfall actually looks pretty decent. It looks like a mix of, say, Left 4 Dead, but with vampires. And this is made by the same people that did, I believe, Dishonored.
It's Arcane, right? Deathloop and all that.
Yeah.
I got Left 4 Dead vibes from this game. Like it looked. I got way more on this than I did before. The characters seem very individual, that sort of thing.
It's one of those ones that you welcomely would try out since you're paying that Game Pass subscription already.
And Back 4 Blood didn't really hit, even though we had a good time with it. But
yeah, it's weird. Is that game's been out for a year soon, and they still haven't like found its groove on that Back 4 Blood. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We can go into the details without that, but we won't.
Next up, which was kind of odd to see here because most people...
A lot of odd stuff that popped up in this show.
Yeah,
So.
they equate this with Nintendo. Hollow Knight Silksong. Again, we didn't get a release date, but we did get that it's coming day one to Game Pass, and we know that it will be released within the next 12 months, considering that they said that it will be... Everything in here is within
Brent,
the
you
next
gonna fuck
12
around and beat that one too?
So-
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, Hollow Knight's like a huge indie game, so that was a big deal.
Yeah.
But it's like Brant said, you
But it's
expected
been-
to see this on a Nintendo Direct. Since I think
Yeah.
the initial announcement was on a Direct, wasn't it?
Yep.
This was coming, so.
Hey, they're going out and getting people and adding them to that Game Pass library.
And nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Next up was from the creators of Rick and Morty, bringing us another game called High on Life. This looked absolutely freaking
I was laughing my
insane.
ass off at this one.
Where it's a like FPS, but the guns talk to you and have personality. The guns are these alien race, and you have to go and collect the gun's friends, and they all do different things.
You know what it reminded me of, and I'm surprised no one has done this in the almost 20 years since then. Remember how much fun the ammo was in Stranger's Wrath, Oddworld for Xbox, and basically every platform since then? Like how you had the different ammo that you would get in there, and like the ammo would behave differently and act differently and stuff like this.
Yes.
And this is way over the top different with these weapons because they're voiced by, what's his name? Justin.
Roland.
Yeah. If not voiced by, heavily influenced or written by, and they seem to really have character and quippy comments and all that kind of stuff back and forth. But it reminded me a lot of the individuality of the Stranger's Wrath ammo that you could, and how they would interact with you in that game.
Next up was a big announcement for those who are fans of Riot Games. So their biggest titles are going to come to Game Pass, as well as like what is it, League of Legends,
League of Lego,
Valorant. You get some extra stuff for getting these, but I guess if you have Xbox Game Pass for PC, you're going to be able to get all these perks of having all these Riot games.
and it's on mobile too, like you were saying. This all goes over to mobile. This is their first big push in mobile. You know, that's why they're buying Activision for their mobile output.
That is a
I
big
think
deal.
This is a huge get
Yeah.
because I'm not a big fan of these games, but I think I read somewhere that somebody had did the math, and for you to buy all champions and League of Legends, excuse me, it's $611, and this is all included in Game Pass.
Oh,
You don't
wow.
pay anything. You get everything unlocked. So huge. This is a
Yeah.
huge deal, and this is like multiple games that cost hundreds of dollars to buy every character.
So when those go live, we're going to see Game Pass memberships just accelerate. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That is a big get.
I mean, it's cheaper for you to get Game Pass and pay like that $15 a month for a year than it is to pay to get all the characters in League of Legends. So you get 2 years of Game Pass. for that price.
I'm glad you brought that up because I saw that in the press release. It was like all characters unlocked for these couple things, and I was like, okay, what does that mean? But that really brings the context to it. $600 something to get all those people.
Yeah, I don't know who else watching, but they were talking about. I guess at some point you hit that plateau, where like Riot Games is probably like, all right, we got everybody we can get in. This is their window to get more and more people into their ecosystem. Yep. So, get Brant to buy those Red Hat skins for their his League of Legend characters. So, I'm sure that's not included. The characters are, but like their cosmetics are probably not. So.
Let's see. Next, we got a longer gameplay trailer for a Plague Tale Requiem, which I still have yet to play the original one. I know
good ass game.
You sing its praises.
Brand, you're fucking up, Brand. Brand, you're fucking up.
I bought it, and I think I've got it on both Xbox and PS5 because they gave it to us.
Brand, don't worry.
And it's on Game Pass.
Plus, so.
The first one is.
And it's also coming to Switch at some point in the cloud version.
That is right. They're Raw Meat Cowboy.
Yeah, I was saying Raw Meat Cowboy.
Got another pair of wings.
He wrangled another raw meat.
Another Raw Meat Cowboy Angel gets wings.
Next up, we have the absolutely stunningly gorgeous Forza Motorsport, which they showed off the dynamic.
This is the
like
first
day and night with the weather
this
and
is the first year we're not getting
ray
a Forza
tracing.
in the fall.
Yeah,
and they didn't number this one. It's just called Forza Motorsport, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They showed off a lot of the physics between like crashing and the damage to the cars and that point where they like switched and went in between the cars to show off that ray trace and reflection. It was like that is like picture
it looks
perfect.
Great.
That doesn't look like it's in a video game. That's ridiculous.
Racing games, man, they always push the bar, and Gran Turismo 7 looks so damn good. This just looks out of this world.
This Forza is probably one of the best looking games I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So. It's up there. It could be the best looking game I've ever seen. We'll find out when it comes out. So.
Oh, important update up next.
We were talking about the next part. They went into the 40th anniversary for Flight Simulator. Showed off that they're adding a bunch of gliders, helicopters, and a bunch of other vehicles, as well as a cross event with Halo, which they have they showed the Pelican flying around and then orbiting. And it looked
Echo
really
419, this is Faux Hammer.
What's crazy is like this is a fucking 40th anniversary of Flight.
That is mind blowing.
It's older than me.
There's not many things.
By 2 years. By the end of this year, a year and a half.
There's not many things in gaming, Cesar, that are past you and I.
I'm usually older than the game. There's like you said, there's a handful of games that I'm old, that are older than me. Yep.
You've been in the game. You've been in Tokyo Olympics 2020, and now there are games that are older than you.
Richard's game of the generation. He's as old as Double Dragon.
Game of the garbage generation.
They were both conceived in the same year.
That's right. Oh, that's right. The year of the 86. me and Double Dragon.
They were both conceived in February.
Never mind.
And then 9 months later, both the game and Richard came out.
Then there's that. Never mind that it's the year of Metroid and Zelda and everything else that's awesome. I get fucking Double Dragon.
Oh,
Brent, I'm sorry. Continue.
You're good.
We didn't talk.
Next
we
up,
didn't want to talk about Richard's birth like that.
Or Double Dragon.
They went into
talk about my birth
they went into Overwatch 2, which I think is going to be free to play. They showed.
Yeah, I think it's early access is what they're going for, because I think there's a big single player component to it. So I'm assuming that's going to be chargeable for anybody outside the Xbox ecosystem.
I didn't know. Yeah. Maybe this is my own ignorance. I didn't know they had campaigns. I didn't know Overwatch had a campaign.
They didn't.
Okay.
That's
the thing.
It was patched in
the first game
one like later. Yeah.
Okay.
It was basic too. I think there was more story bits like of the CG Pixar quality floating around that was supplemental to the game that wasn't actually in game. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen some Overwatch videos floating around that are not in game. People like to take liberty with those characters.
Shut up. Oh my god. But this is going to be released in October, early
Brent,
access,
make it through the bit.
October
Make it
4th.
through the bit, Brent.
And they also showed off one of the newer characters, the Junker Queen.
Junker Queen. It's like a Borderlands
then they went
character, right?
into
Like they come running
Vibes.
out. They come out of a tank.
Yeah.
They're like,
Mad Max.
oh, and then you see Junker Queen like in font on the cartoon font underneath.
Or the other soon to be, or Microsoft's other beloved franchise, Rage 2.
no, no, thank you.
Cesar, we're talking all these brand new games and all this celebration of the industry, and Cesar brings up Rage 2 on this podcast.
Somebody wants Rage 3. I didn't get far in Rage 2. I just played like 2 hours. Like, this is the same fucking thing over and over again. I stopped. But I was like, somebody wants Rage 3.
Somebody out there's gonna want it.
Yeah. Somebody's cursing our names like, you bitch, Richard, I want Rage 3.
Give me Rage 3.
I'm raging right now. Rage 3.
I got it. The E in Rage is just the 3.
There we go.
Let's go. We're playing it now.
Like
He opened
we
up
are
his
three,
3, 4. Yeah.
far 3, whatever.
Rage 3 is you and E3. That's it.
No release date on this, but it will be day 1. PC, Windows PC, and PC Game Pass. Ara History Untold.
All I saw was RR.
RRR.
Is this the one with the people running across the map that I was laughing at?
That was a Humankind.
No, that
Humankind.
was yeah.
I want to play
That's the one
Humankind.
I said on this last show, like, put it on consoles, you cowards, and it came out like, now on consoles.
Oh, that has to be played.
Elder Scrolls Online High Isle will release June 21st.
I'm disappointed that Richard's not the Elder Scrolls Online expert.
We tried it.
I wanted to get into it, and I was like, man, Richard would be the one that would pull me into this game. But
if you guys want to download it, I will try it again. Friend of the show, Russell and I played. It's been about 4 years ago. We played the first 2 hours or so, and it did not grab us. But hey, I'm willing to download it and try it. It would be. It had the Elder Scrolls feel, like the writing was good and all that, but it had that MMO feel of just I'm being shuttled along. Like I'm not really deciding. I have my own flavor of attack, and then I'm just along for this ride that everybody else is. And you see all these people like running around beside me and stuff, and it's like, okay, they're doing the same shit, I guess. And Russell and I had a good time with it, but we never went back to it after that first instance, and it was like, okay, we saw it. Sure, that's it.
I mean, could I just create a General Scales character and just be that in the game and just sell shit? Is that an option?
General Scales wasn't the salesman of Star Fox Adventures. If you've forgotten that, we have to go back and play it to refresh your memory.
Oh,
I'm trying to connect my lore here. Okay, I'm the lore master. Goddammit.
Your lore is confused because the salesman.
No, the lore is on point.
I think they're the same race of dinosaur. I do think they're the same breed of dinosaur.
Yes.
General Scales and the shopkeeper. Maybe that's like his bastard brother or something. He's like, you're not good for the military. Go sell shit to the protagonist.
I mean, he's like a child, like a younger brother, like 8 years old. Like, you pay this much. It's like, you got that, mate.
Yep.
Like, just go with that.
Yep. That's your niche. You're good at something. Finally.
Just hold up a scroll and tell me how much you need to pay.
let's see. Coming this September. The Pit is coming to Fallout 76.
It's supposed to be like, is it? I don't know what the hell this is.
It's a classic Fallout
It's
3
Pittsburgh.
location.
I watched the missus play all the way through this DLC of Fallout 3. The Pit is very good. There was the Pit. There was Operation Anchorage.
Fallout 76.
It looked like it was co-op. Like it looked like there were multiple people running that mission. It looked interesting to me.
That was the whole thing with 76, is it was supposed to be like this big open world, and you play it with multiple people. Didn't work out.
Then I just
very
never
well.
heard anything good about it, right? Yeah.
No. We heard this leak, what, a week or so before this event even went live. Forza Horizon 5 getting another Hot Wheels event.
Hot Wheels in the way.
Hot Wheels leading the
Vin
way.
Diesel.
I haven't heard that in so long.
Yeah, it's ingrained in my brain from all those.
Me
damn
too.
commercials as a teenager.
That made the show for me. Hot Wheels leading the way. It was always like this extreme.
Get that '80s music guy in the background.
We got to look at Vin Diesel 2 showing up for Arc 2 coming next year,
Oh
2023.
God, Vin Diesel.
More
I thought it
Vin
was a
Diesel.
new. I thought it was a new Riddick game, but he's on top of a dinosaur.
That or another Fast and the Furious with the dinosaurs.
So coming to, I don't know. I guess it's going to be on Game Pass day one.
Yeah,
But Scorn is coming October 20.
that game has too much tentacles for me, man. It's
It's the
weird.
Geiger. It's the Geiger penis
Is
game,
it?
right?
Like,
Yeah, I was going to say that's
It's
the
like-
one where you can look down and see the dingling. Right?
it's like they're like, what if we just put a
Diggling
game with just
game.
full of like octopuses in there? Like, I'm like, I can't play this, man. It's weird. It's got tentacles.
But it's October 21st, 2022. That's the weird game where you're like, I don't know, in hell or something. It's just
Man,
weird
look on there.
graphic and lots of
extremely
tentacles.
graphic and wet gameplay of Scorn.
Yes.
It perfectly describes
Bloody
Scorn.
skin, organs, and bones. It's H.R. Geiger. It's the guy who designed Alien, the xenomorph. It's that same nasty, wet aesthetic of teeth and bones and phallic symbols and all that kind of stuff.
What kind of dreams does this guy have?
Wet dreams, apparently.
Yeah,
Acidic ones where the acid like drips through the ship and everything.
with bloody skin and organs.
Yeah.
He's dreaming over there with the raw meat
Oh
cowboy.
my god.
Oh, we're so sorry,
For
Raw
all the
Meat
Switch
Cowboy. You
titles.
just tried to bring us a news story, and we're just dragging you up and down this whole entire podcast.
He's a console denier. Get out of here. You're not
Yes,
playing
he's
the
a
console.
console denier. He's not platform agnostic.
So next we got to see the third-person action RPG, which is Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. Will release early 2023. Available, of course, day one via Xbox Game Pass. Minecraft Legends. This is
My kids,
What is-
my kids were watching
I
this
saw
part.
and I was like, what
My
is
kids
this?
were watching this part. They were like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
Minecraft!" And I had the same moment as the Fortnite when they were watching us play Apex. I'm like, "What? How do you know what this
Why
is?"
are we not all playing dungeons together? Why are we not playing dungeons together? I think dungeons would be fun. It's like 4-player.
I'm down. Okay, Brent, I'm gonna put it out there. Brent,
I think I'm probably the only person here that's played vanilla Minecraft.
No, that's not what I was
so-
going with. You're the only person that's in our group who does not have Game Pass. So all
Oh,
these,
I can get it. I
we
have
would
a code
bring
up
these
here, I
in
think.
for everything.
Yeah.
We would try out dungeons and
I literally can show you guys how to get it for free. I get it for free every month. So
Cool.
yes, that we need
Let's
to
do it.
Minecraft Legends. It's a new
That-
action strategy game.
Yes. Slated for next year, 2023.
and that's coming out on everything ever made. So
Yeah, because
and
that
it came back in
Dungeons came out on everything ever made, right?
there. Yeah.
Including, go ahead, Raw Meat Cowboy. Wii U.
Name other
I'm about to
Nintendo
say, the
consoles
only
that
other-
Minecraft came out on.
No Raw Meat Cowboy.
The only other consoles he named in that article were SNES and N64. So,
God bless.
Cowards.
oh, what is this?
I mean,
Lightyear
Richard's game
Frontier.
of the '90s. Glover.
Ugh.
Lightyear Frontier is a mecha exploration and farming
Is this
game.
based off that Lightyear movie that's coming out?
No,
Would that make it more
I
interesting?
would play both these games.
Maybe. Game also features cooperative gameplay. Up to 3 friends. Release spring 2023. Day 1 Game Pass, of course. Gunfire Reborn. A shoot 'em up roguelike. It's got a bunch of little cutesy
That was very
animals.
stylish. I did like that one.
That releases October this year, 2022. The Last Case of Benedict Fox, which is the kind of creepy supernatural 2D platformer.
Great name, by the way.
That is a great name.
They said it's a Metroidvania game. To me, it didn't look like a Metroidvania. It just looked regular action platforming.
They had to
We'll
pick
see.
Benedict Fox because they couldn't say The Last Case of Fox Mulder,
Oh, boo.
which is also a game I would play.
Boo.
That releases
Name's already
spring
taken, huh?
2023. As Dusk Falls, this is the one that's like a visual novel, where
Oh
this one.
yeah,
I-
this was like the stop
I
motion
know
people. Like it wasn't fully.
I was about to say it's to me everything else happens at like regular speed, but the people that like they're missing frames to me. I know it's supposed to be
Yes.
super stylized, but to me it looks like the animators were just like and just animate one frame, skip 5. show
But it's
the
like
next one.
photorealistic
But-
clips of that.
But everything it does
Yes,
look good.
It's very stylish.
Brent, I was laughing because somebody had made a comment. It's like, sure, I guess I'll play Tom Goes to the Mayor on Xbox.
What?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Brent?
Yeah.
It's an old Adult Swim show. Just Google Tom Goes to the Mayor.
It had that same stop motion style.
It's like an Adult Swim show. That's like the whole premise of that show is it's that same style. Yeah.
And that releases July 19th. And it'll also be Game Pass
That
Day
looked good.
1. Naraka Blade Point.
This is some big, huge overseas like battle royale game. It's like a fighting battle
Yeah.
royale game or melee.
And that's June 23rd, 2022. And then this was an Obsidian game we got next was
This is a game
Pentiment.
from AAA studio Obsidian. Very interesting looking.
And it's a narrative crime story set in 16th century Bravia.
Bavaria. You're like a
Bavaria?
papercraft
Oh.
monk.
Yeah, I was about to say it's the art style on this. It's weird. It looks like the old art that's in like the Renaissance books and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's like they showed people like burning people at the stake and people getting stabbed and all this craziness going on in this world. Grounded. Leaving early access.
Another
September,
Obsidian title that came out. I guess
and-
that was early access. Yeah.
being released in July.
It's been in early
Yeah.
access for like 2
a
years.
long
right?
time.
Yeah,
Because they talked about this for a couple of E3s back when E3 was a thing.
It's like right when they first purchased them, this was like they're like, hey, this is coming out early access. It's like something they were working on pre-purchase.
Here's an Obsidian title.
For you. You want a Jet Force Gemini, this is what you get.
Jet Force Gemini.
Ereban Shadow Legacy. That comes out 2023. This is the one where it's just like it looked like stealthy kind of gameplay. You're being hunted by those like robots that are like looking for this figure that like hides in the shadows and stuff, and you've got to assassinate them.
Very stylish. Like a cell shading slash, I don't know, watercolor. It's got a cool look to it.
Yeah, it's
It's interesting.
very like you said, extremely stylized.
Next up, another indie game.
Then we had a huge Diablo 4. They showed off the Necromancer class, as well as some gameplay. Release next year, cross-play, cross-progression. Will pretty much be, it's
So
kinda
I'm
everything.
I legit love Diablo 3. I played a good bit of it on Switch. I played a good bit of it on PS4 with friend of the show, Russell. If that came to Game Pass, I would seriously consider starting up another run with anyone to play through that. That campaign is just so good. It's so much fun.
You know, 3's coming to Game Pass. So
Did they say when?
I'm assuming after the deal's done.
Right, but we've just been waiting since they announced that. Like, I was thinking this would be one of the first ones, but it has been a minute.
We'll be waiting for.
I mean, I've got the latest and greatest. The PS4 release, what was it? The Eternal Collection that came out for Switch and PS4. So I've got like the latest builds of those. But it would be nice for everyone to have it in Game Pass and be able to get a party together and do that, because it's just so much fun. I don't really like those point and click, level up, loot drop, those sort of things. And I just described Diablo 3, but like the style of it and the story and just the way the missions carry you and the cooperative nature of it, where you're not fighting over the loot. It's always fun to divide your builds and things like that. And I always play archery, so it's just kind of my thing, but it's so much fun. I love that game, and I'll always restart it and fire up another build. Indie game Diablo 4.
Next, they went into the new season of Sea of Thieves, season 7, where they emphasized that you could be a captain and design and decorate your own ship and name it something as long as it's not profane.
What, they show off Booty McBootface or something?
Yeah, Bodie McBoatface.
I thought it was Booty.
I think.
Thought I read Booty. Pirate's Booty.
Ravenlock.
This looked good. This is coming to everything, but it's also coming to Game Pass. This was
yeah. That little screenshot.
This was the female protagonist that had like a Zelda vibe to it. If you remember that one. Yep.
Okay,
that
gotcha.
looked awesome to me.
Then we went into Cocoon, which is a sci-fi
starring
puzzle
Wilfred
game.
Brimley. Also from 1986.
What about Gutenberg? Is he in there too?
Yes.
And that's got a 2023 release date. Next up is... This was the... It's coming to everything. And this is the... Yeah, Team Ninja and...
Koei Tecmo. Mm-hmm.
Koei Tecmo.
Everybody thought,
Yeah.
everybody thought it was Neo at the beginning. I thought
it was a Neo game too.
Yeah.
Same team.
But this is Wolong Fallen Dynasty. And yeah, it's...
Early 2023.
Yeah, looks like a Koei Tecmo / Ninja Team Ninja game. So, then we get into the meat and potatoes, the end of the show, where they had the icing on the cake here, which apparently this leaked, but I tried to stay away from leaks, so this was a little bit of a surprise for me. They're getting 3 Persona games.
Persona 1, 2, and 3.
Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royale, and they're getting Persona 5 first, which releases in October. It's October 21st.
All great titles, I hear.
Next up, Kojima popped up to confirm what everybody's been hearing for months, that he is working with Xbox Studios to use their advanced cloud gaming.
That's
in order to make a brand new game.
When have we seen like advanced cloud gaming become be a thing? Was it Titanfall promised something with that, and then Crackdown?
Yeah,
and it's never been a thing. But we're way further along.
Hey, this will be a brand new cloud type
cloud
game.
Genre,
and if people criticize it, he will just say that Americans just don't like cloud type games. They only like, physical type games.
Strange
or something.
genre.
Who knows?
We saw some strange genre games
and then,
in one of those shows. I think it was the show we went to.
Yes, we did. And then we wrapped up with a lot on Starfield.
This was a big blowout on
actually
Starfield.
Looks
Starfield
really
looks
good.
Incredible. Cesar texted me this too. He's like, Starfield looks amazing.
It looks good.
It does look good.
Todd Howard came out and showed, all the different... There's a huge amount of customization you can do on your character. He talked about how, he zoomed out just to give you an idea of how big the game was. on like a planet. He's like, and here you are on this planet, and then he zoomed out from the planet. He goes, and for instance, you can go anywhere on this planet you want to and explore. And then he zoomed out, and it's a little solar system with like 5 planets and a sun. He's like, you can go to any of these planets and explore at any point you want to, and then zoomed out even more. And he's like, he goes, and there's however many, there's hundreds and hundreds of these different planets and all these different little galaxies around this universe that you can go to and explore, and it's pretty freaking ridiculous. I mean, I know there's a place in a cluster over 100 solar systems, which contain fully explorable planets, over 1,000 planets to explore, and they're still targeting 2023 for Xbox and PC consoles.
It seems 1,000 seems like a lot, but the press has kind of pointed to some recent interviews where he was talking about procedurally generated stuff and how great it has gotten and like leaps and bounds over where they were before. Because the worry is, like, I actually played a little bit of Skyrim. I don't think we're gonna do games played this episode since we're about to be
probably not
recording again, but. It's like the emergent gameplay in Skyrim where it might not necessarily be this amazing asset. You don't have this amazing, rock outcropping in the snow and the person with the horned helmet, but it's like, or the bandits. It's like the way it's laid out and the design of it and how you stumble into it and stuff like that. So I'm concerned as to what the content of these 1,000 planets might be. But it may not be these individual specific instances that you run into like a new experience. It may be that sort of Skyrim offshoot dungeon or something like that where it's something you stumble into that's using similar assets but ends up being a different gameplay type experience.
They also showed off that you're able to build your own ship and customize it exactly how you want it and fly it anywhere, and it's very ambitious. And I just wonder when people get it in their hands, with it being a Bethesda game, what kind of bugs is it going to have in it? I'm sure it's going to have some pretty fun.
It's part of the
pretty
jank is
fun
part
bugs
of it.
happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's going
is.
to be great.
Just as long as it doesn't eat your save like the PS3 being so limited next to the Xbox 360 version of those. We want fun bugs, not game-breaking bugs.
Yep.
Chaotic stuff.
But oh my gosh, that was a big
show.
It was a lot, but yeah, because that was an hour and a half.
Yes, 95.
I'm surprised we got no updates on their big, even something small like Perfect Dark or the Indiana Jones title that they announced. Like there was no updates on any of those, and
yeah. Or the game that leaked, like, I don't know, 5 days prior to this. That's, people have been talking about forever. The certain remake of a GoldenEye game.
And those achievements are out there, and the devs are like unlocking the achievements and shit.
Yeah, they're live on like Xbox's website. You can go and view
so weird.
View the achievements.
I think that's part of that's because of the license changes recently, because MGM just got bought, so
yeah, Amazon
owns it, so you probably have to renegotiate that license. So they probably had a deal at some point.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos
bucks. All right, that was your E3 week, as it were. If it were 3 years ago, we would call that the E3 week. There's a rumor of a Nintendo show. I think it's the 29th. That's been corroborated. Yeah,
that'll be sometime.
I believe
we'll get it when we get it.
That's when Nintendo will get their Persona announcement, similar to like Final Fantasy. Because I know they came out, was it early this morning, said all those Persona games were coming to PS5, not PS4.
And Steam also, right?
Which was weird. And Steam, yeah. And they said Persona 5 was also coming to PS5, but no dates. So I guess it may be the similar deal where Sega worked out with Yakuza. With the new one was the next gen version was exclusive for like 6 months before it came out on PlayStation, or it was like that weird deal they had.
So. Right. Yep.
But I got a feeling because everybody's complaining about the Switch versions. And I was like, it's probably gonna be, it's big enough where they probably put it on Nintendo Direct. So
Good shows all around. I feel like we're not getting the like the surprise value and the like even the Summer Game Fest that we all went to. There wasn't really any bombshells that just
Yeah. I feel like it's so much harder to do that
It is.
nowadays because, I mean, stuff's leaking out hours, days before these presentations. It's really hard to keep a lid on stuff.
and we're still the tail end of the we're technically still in the pandemic.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff it still hasn't worked itself out
also a factor.
work wise.
Mhm.
So
But all in all,
So-
I think everybody, all in all, has something to look forward to. Like, not just our three tastes. Like, I think you guys are set. I think there's stuff coming up that you guys are going to want to play. We're retro gamers. We have stuff in our back catalog we want to play. But I think even just looking at what's available coming to Game Pass and what's going to be coming to PC and what's free to play these days and that kind of stuff, I think there's a lot of titles out there for everybody. If you're bitching, then you're not playing, and there's plenty to play. So
people spend too much time bitching than playing. That's the problem.
yeah,
Or if you're begging for only Switch titles,
you are, and you're trucking across the wasteland with your portable. Hey, he needs a portable. He needs that. He needs that system that maybe can dock and charge, but mostly is just a portable thing.
Just call out physical Switch release.
On GoNintendo.com. Go Nintendo! I'm pulling for you.
I'm surprised he didn't go in there and just Photoshop the other console versions out there. I'm like, this doesn't look right. Like, why is only the Nintendo version in this graphic?
Oh, good stuff. Thank you, Raw Meat Cowboy. You provided our
We
entertainment.
give you shit. We know you're doing your thing on a
Yeah.
Nintendo-based website.
You did well. All right, you guys got anything else you want to add this week? All right. Thank you all for joining us this week, and we will catch you also this week and very
few
soon
days.
and the next few days, like Brant said. Thank you for joining us once again, and we will catch you in a couple days. Bye.
See you.
Adios.